really like Mr. X and Bloodknock, right?
Yeah. Just need the seed for this new one.
Very interesting finish on Sauter's channel. So what happened? I didn't
Well,
watch.
it looks like Good Eye Sniper won. I'm not sure exactly how. I think there might have been some stock misplays just looking at the chat. Not exactly sure though.
Guess I'll have to catch up.
How are we for levels, by the way? Now, sort of, if anyone in chat is listening, what are Hex's levels like? Hopefully they're okay now. I turned them up a lot. I'm going to assume okay unless I'm told otherwise.
Oh, say something, Hacks. Hi, Moxie, aka Jim Bob.
I'll wait to launch then.
Yeah, should be fine.
Oh yes, the seed.
Like 2x more? Like I need to speak like twice as loud or? Okay.
Better but still much quieter. Okay. I wonder what I can do about that. Let's have a look. I wonder if I can boost the overall Discord.
My many forge. I'm not that many.
Let's try that. Looks like everyone else is still waiting for the seed as well. So we need to wait.
And I don't think I can, like, probably this is the last game I can cover with you. I can't do the last one.
That's totally fine.
Maybe Phil will hop in and help out.
Yeah, if anyone wants to come in, then for the last game, then let me know, and we can do some casting. One day we're going to get the seed.
One day. Are the seed randomly picked, or did they actually like go into the map beforehand? And...
No, they've been vetted.
Ah, so no crazy maps like one silicon tower on the glass colonies.
Well, we've had a map already without any carbon tiles at all.
But just dry ice.
Yeah, but even so, that's kind of slightly weird.
Yeah, because like without the carbon, you can't find scavenger.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm surprised. Like, did they pick the map so that they are more scientist-fine? Like, because usually maps are not that scientific. for any.
Yeah, I mean, I'd imagine there was some amount of variety that they went for. I'm not exactly sure though.
There was a dry scarf.
Oh, there was one. Oh, I didn't realize there was one.
Did he win?
I assume he didn't win.
It's really, really hard to pull off.
Well, sorry for the delay, everyone. As we all grow just a little bit older, we're waiting for this map seed.
Was it you, Bradnock, the dry ice scarf? Noxy is looking for his or her dice. Yeah, but dry ice scarf, they're so fun to play.
So this game is actually between two players without any wins yet. Mr. X and Bloodknock not got any wins. Paranoia has one win, the win that we saw in fact in the first game, and then Relic has the one win as well from round one. So it should be a competitive one.
Yep.
Relic really playing for the opportunity to play in the final. If he manages to win, and if Paranoia manages to win, then the same applies.
So far the wins are pretty spread out. Like 2-2-1-1.
Okay,
Nobody
we have a
with...
seed.
Awesome.
All right, let's go. All right, welcome to game number 4 of this 4th Newcomers tournament. This is Group C. Our 4 players are Relic and Mr. X, Paranoia and Bloodknock. 2 of these players, Relic and Paranoia, with a win apiece. The other 2 yet to get off the mark. Joining me one more time in this tournament is Hexapus. And Hex, this is a little bit more generous of a map than the ones we've seen so far.
I wouldn't call it generous. Just look at the water situation. They are far apart. They are not in patches. Like this one good patch to the southwest. I guess you can find a scavenger there. But
yeah, I mean, there's a scavenger southwest, but yeah, otherwise, I mean, I think you're right. I mean, it's mostly robots, isn't it? I would think.
Oh, that's the right pick. The scavenger there.
The map. Yeah, Bloodknock does decide to go for this scavenger again. No nuke, so that possibly isn't going to be punished. But he has been blocked
the expensive.
Mr. X expansive found.
But Mr. X doesn't have any iron. It's a concern. like to
Yeah,
say
it's a
the
big
least.
concern. He's not got
Yeah,
any iron anywhere near him either, and it's
yeah,
maybe not going to be such a big problem in the short term because he can get to HQ2 with that relatively cheap steel, but is going to be really struggling. He's going to have to get that water in as well.
yeah,
He's going to be really struggling to upgrade further because steel is going to be really hard to come by.
yep.
Relic with the found in the north, the robot founders I was expecting because of the water situation
Hmm.
is in that iron, in that aluminum as well.
I like
So it's going to
Paranoia.
be
I like
quick.
Paranoia's decision to take the water right way, because that is a very good water pump. You don't want to miss that one.
Yeah, it's very valuable, isn't
It's
it?
the
Just that
only
single
close by
high
water.
2 water a
Yeah.
second. It's what you need. Mr. X does get to 2, so he's going to be getting to that HQ2 upgrade. He's not bought up any steel yet though, and he's really not in a position where he can get any iron whatsoever. He has claimed the one low that's in the middle of the map by the colony, but again, that's going to need. First of all, that's going to need a friend, and second of all, he's going to need some steel claims to go with that as well. So it's going to be hard for him to get anywhere. Relic though up to HQ3, so very quick through the upgrades for the robotic player, as you would expect.
Yep, and he's in a good position too. Once he is in, but he's not. Is he in? He's not going to power though, really.
Nope, doesn't seem to be going into power. Is
Well,
instead going into a single electronics factory, which seems like a mistake. And yeah, he decides to back out of that one. So he's not quite sure what he's going to do with these HQ3 claims. He's going to
yeah,
go for a wind turbine by the
a-
looks of it on
a
that
wind
hill.
turbine. That would be nice. Like he has pretty low depth, so he has a chance to get power money. So I think
Yeah, with those two,
with those
he's going to be in a good
yeah.
position to get
So if
power money.
he gun one and then even boosted one,
Mm,
would be pretty well.
yeah, really does need a goon though, because that's going to be a big target to be shut down by an EMP.
Okay. Red Nog is also in power. He has a geo up. Not a bad idea, I think. It's reasonable because he's fine with no depth. So
I think it's fine. I mean, I think
yeah.
he's in a position where he needs claims. So even going for like 2 or 3 wind turbines close by is going to be difficult for him. So I think going for the single geotherm, a very claim efficient build, I
Yeah.
think that's totally fine.
There's a geothermal option. Versatile.
Yeah, and again, this might be quite valuable.
It's
I mean,
right in the
power
middle.
is sort of leveling off. It's plateauing just a little bit at $159 at the moment.
But the expensive
But,
can really use that geothermal. It's close by. They can build one
Mm.
for half steel, and the steel price is really low.
Yeah,
So
only 60 steel for expansive players, so
$10,000.
gonna be quite good. And yeah, Mr. X is going to get that.
That's a pretty good price. I mean, I expect to go for like 14, 16, maybe even 18.
I would agree.
Yeah.
Power is going to crash though quite soon because there's 2 more wind turbines coming up. There's those 2 that Relic has had for a little while now.
But 10k is still
continuing to
worth
pay
it.
off his debt. 10k I would say is probably still worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, Mr. X can yeah get his debt under control, possibly even start to think about making power money. It's actually quite difficult to make power money for him because he's got quite a bit of debt. He's got 22,000, and he's also getting some debt from his life support costs too.
Really,
which,
Australia has
means that it's
a
hard.
very good opportunity to make some life support money. Like even though he doesn't have water, but water is cheap. It's $1, and there
Yeah,
are
I mean,
plenty of water coming
water's
in.
Water's at $1 right now.
Yeah. So
It's definitely worth somebody buying some up and possibly making some life support, even if they don't have access to that water very easily.
yep. Like it's good that almost every player noticed the water situation being difficult and go into water early. But the downside is like you have a lot of water sitting there. What can you do with it?
So Relic to HQ4 is now making power money, and that is going to be a big source of income for him. He's getting $150 a second now, again going straight to his cash, gets to that upgrade, and is in a really good position to get into that life support market. He's going to go into those 3 electrolysis reactors, 2 in fact. He changed his mind on that one. Doesn't have water nearby, but again, water's very cheap right now. If he can get some bought up, he's going to be in a really good position.
Huh, he's going on to a geothermal as well. That is a mistake, I'll have to say.
That does seem like a mistake. Power
Like
definitely on its way down.
Yeah.
And already has those 2 remote claims to those wind turbines for power. So with that geotherm not really going to pay for itself at all, even though he's making money with that power, it's not going to be sustainable for him. Essentially going to be a dead claim, I think, for quite a while, because I think it's going to be, with the number of geos that are on the map, it's going to be a while before power rebounds.
Yep, probably when people reach HQ 4 or 5, you know, when they put down optimization centers and pattern out, that's when the power will come back. Maybe even Paranoia moving out with some power. We have a slowdown strike for 5,000.
Slowdown strike for 5,000.
That's a very good
cheap. Very cheap.
There's a boost geo. A bit late. Otherwise, it would have been a very nice money for him.
Yeah, it would. And Relic now, I mean, he's got 4 electrolysis reactors, which, I mean, again, is fine. He's consuming 4 water a second, but it doesn't matter because water's being sold down.
Like, I wouldn't go for 4 electronic reactors. I have actually gone for 2 food, 2 reactors.
Yeah, farm as well.
Yeah,
Farm
so probably get rid of
right.
2 steel mills and then go for 2 food over there. The aluminum tiles, you can change them to, like, aluminum tiles. It's really nice to put steel mills on top of it because steel mills are really cheap to scrap. So when
I'm
you
honestly
need,
very surprised. Sorry, go on.
yeah. So whenever you need aluminum, you can just scrap the steel mills, and you were surprised by.
That's certainly true. I was very surprised that this is an optimization center and not a patent lab, because slant drilling right here is very, very powerful. Certainly with that water situation, if you have a high tile and you get slant drilling, even if it's not your high tile, then you can get 6 water a second very, very, very easily. And I mean, Relic is committing all sorts of claims now next to his base. He's not going to be able to do that. And God, there's more water consumption from him, and I'm now concerned about this because even with all of this selling down going on, the water price rising very, very rapidly indeed. He's feeding other people money. He's feeding Paranoia money. He's feeding Bloodknock money, both of whom have water surpluses.
Mr. X got a lot of water, which is quite frankly a mistake. He should have kept at least on the high tile.
Yeah, it needs to be the high tile, doesn't it?
Yeah.
That's
I mean, I can understand why you want to go water because it can stay low for so long, but it won't stay long for long. It won't stay low for long, I mean.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. And yeah, Bloodknock with a small surplus, Paranoia with a small surplus, and yeah, Relic now doesn't have any water coming in. He's got 4 consumption a second, and that price is just going to skyrocket. And very, very soon indeed, the players with water, and Bloodknock is a player with water.
Bloodknock catch up really quickly. Like he was stuck at level 2 for a long time. Now with the water prices like rebounding, he's like back at level 4. He's caught up, pretty much.
Pretty much, yep. And Relic did have a big lead. It's definitely worth revisiting the fact that he was at HQ 5 when everyone else was at HQ 3, and he does have a cash lead.
The problem
so if anyone decides to go for an optimistic upgrade, he can possibly pounce, although he's buying into his own stock instead.
That's okay. Buying into your own stock could hide your money. People will say, "Hey, I'm safe. There's no one with 30% on me." And then once they upgrade, you can sell your stocks. But one thing I really don't like about Relic is that he has no water at all. It's really hard to win a game without water.
I think it's a big problem for him in the long term in this game. And like I said, I would have really liked to have seen slant drilling, because that would have allowed him to have very, very easy access to that water that was nearby. You just put 2 water pumps there and suddenly your problem is solved and you have a big water surplus. But now, a lot of his buildings, like these farms, these reactors, I mean, they're profitable at the moment, just about, but with this water price going up,
and once you
see that being sustained in the long term. Here's a boost as well. This is a really good boost on this water from Bloodknock. I wonder if anyone's going to see that and shut it down.
Well, even though you benefit your neighbor a bit, but that's okay.
Yeah,
It's
absolutely.
still
You're getting
definitely worth
15
it.
water a second there. He was getting 15 water a second.
So his Red Knock long-term strategy pay off, going for all those water.
And he's getting just a ton of money. And yeah, Relic going into Mr. X. I wonder if Mr. X is going to be able to defend himself. It's going to be close.
It's gonna
Relic
be
can
close.
sell out of himself if he wants to.
But you know, you could.
Gonna be
It's
very
quite
close.
easy to forget about
I
that.
think he might get this. He might get it. He's gonna.
That's a good one.
So
That's a very good buy for
Relic
Relic.
gets the subsidiary. It is a good buy, and it does mean that his stock elevated at least, but he still does have that problem. He doesn't get any extra claims for a majority buy, of course, so it is a little bit of a problem for him still. In fact, it's a big problem for him still that he doesn't have any water whatsoever.
But at least his subsidiary will make water for him, and
That's true. That's true.
and subsidiary
All of
tends
that money
to
will go to him indirectly.
yeah. And subsidiary tends to stay in primary resource for quite a long time because like you can't quite use money with primary resources, so they kind of just stuck in mines and pumps for a long time, even though they are more profitable buildings. Silicon.
So a silicon tile that nobody's particularly interested in on the southern part of the map just yet. So this game is in an interesting position now. Relic with a lead. But again, without any water, it might not matter quite so much though now because Mr. X is producing all of that water for him, keeping that price down.
Yep.
And
Red Knock might
keeping
want
his
to
reactors sustainable.
Red Knock might want to pick up the actually anyone for that matter would want to pick up the remaining stock of Mr. X. It's a very good buy.
Yep. Bloodknock does have the money to do that if he wants to.
Yeah.
So just a little bit late on that goon squad before the EMP dropped, and Relic really
Ouch.
now in quite a good position in this game. And yeah, Bloodknock is going to do that. Quite sensible. Random glass shortage is going to benefit whoever's producing silicon. That's only the subsidiary right now. Nobody else in that resource at all. Paranoia, we've not spoken too much about Paranoia. He's been a little bit behind in this game. Does have that patent lab, does have the optimization center as well, but not much money to do anything with those advanced buildings.
But he is inexpensive, so I think there's still room for him to catch up.
There is, but Relic is now very far ahead. He's got over 100k in cash. Doesn't have a lot of the resources that he might need, but still is making decent money from the electronics. He's making good money from the chems. He's optimizing as well, so he's building for the late game. And all of these optimizations, I really like this optimization, very efficient. Has the single life support optimizations, single steel optimization, double electronics optimization. It's exactly what you need to be doing. And yeah, Relic going into Paranoia now, and Paranoia doesn't have the money to defend himself at all. Still some way short, and Relic is going to get another majority buy. And at this point, it's very difficult, I think, for Bloodknock to get himself back into this game. He completes the buy and is now in a commanding position in this game.
Yeah, I don't think there's a way back for Bloodknock. It's just the stock lead is just too much for him to overcome.
Yeah.
There's a nice chemical boost. Earns him a bit of money, but probably not enough.
So a Pleasure Dome
Mediocre.
going down.
Not too good, not too bad.
And yeah, Relic, nobody with virtual reality, so Relic's, his Pleasure Domes are actually pretty good. We've not really mentioned them much in this game, but Relic has a 6 or 60% boosted Pleasure Dome.
Yeah.
And he's joined that with a second one now.
That is pretty nice.
Making too much money. Got these subs. And yeah, using awful lot. They're upgrading and going to be making Relic a lot of money in the long term in this game.
A random shortage on fuel, which doesn't really benefit anyone.
Well, it benefits Relic. He's making fuel. That's Bloodknock's making a little bit of fuel, but he's managed to win this game basically without any water at all, or completely without any water at all, Relic. It's,
Yeah, he doesn't
it's
have any
impressive.
water. That is impressive. Well, who needs water, right? When someone else can mine for you.
Yeah, just buy whoever's mining it. That's what he did. And yeah, Mr. X with a 4 surplus per second, which exactly offsets Relic's shortage. And yeah, it's going very well for Relic. He's putting more electrolysis reactors down. Which, I mean, I guess in the short term, that's fine.
Probably still
Does
would
have
make
that.
more money, right? At this point. Why not?
Yeah, I think steel. I think it's a mistake not to go into steel. It also is also something. I mean, the iron basically is free for him because he's got, you know, he's got 1,000 iron, which is more than he's ever going to need. Hadn't realized he actually mutinied the elemental quarry away, which was really smart. The silicon nearly at $300. Relic going into an off-world. This
That's
doesn't
kind
seem
of
all that necessary, but
unnecessary.
at the same time, it's a really good off-world. The launch is
It will still take him like
food. It's
3 launches to
630.
catch up.
Yeah. Oh, it's about that, isn't it? Yeah, well, probably 2 launches.
So he could have just saved the
It's,
money for the buyout.
Yeah, he could have.
And then,
But at this point, I don't think it matters at all.
nope.
I think he's in a position where he pretty much whatever he does, he wins the game. In fact, he could even sell out of himself.
Yeah.
At this point and just
buy one
win.
more, and then start selling out.
Yeah, blood not going in, but that's
Yeah, but
that's
Red
really
doesn't
not going
have
to do
even
anything.
enough for majority buy, so.
No, he doesn't. Not even close. So Relic's going to be on 2 wins. Wonder what's happening
That should
in the other games.
guarantee him a spot in the Group A game at the last round.
Yeah, I think so. I think it will. Classy looks like he might be winning the other game.
So that would be 3
he's
wins
gonna
for
be-
Classy.
3 wins for Classy, so he's going to be the #1 seed going into the final game by the looks of it.
So and then probably ESPR will have. He has 2 wins already, right? ESPR.
Yeah, he does. He's in 200,000 of debt though in his game. That one's on DT's channel.
Ouch.
So that one is not going his way quite so much. Relic with that off-world, still building. He's at 83% at the moment. He will not be at 83% once the off-world completes, of course, because the cash and resources that are in the off-world are being counted towards this big figure here.
He should just sell. He really should scrap it out. It's not worth it.
Yeah, he really should. And yeah, there we go. It
There was
falls
like
immediately to
30% drop.
62%. Yeah.
He almost had to
But,
buy, and now he has to go wait over again.
he could still just sell out of his own stock, and there would be no problem with that.
Yeah.
But not in a position to do anything about it at all. Instead, he's going to rotate. Oh, that was a really expensive transition for Relic into those farms. Look at the price of glass.
Wow.
That was a lot of money he spent on those farms.
You could
Even
make
at
glass
10
and
glass
still
a
make
piece,
money at this like silicon price.
Yeah. But in any case, those farms probably won't pay for themselves, although food is the launch, so they probably will actually.
And then spend some money on goons.
He just he gooned his off-world after that freeze, so again, Bloodknock not really paying enough attention to Relic's buildings. Well, he does actually have it spied out, so he decided not to target the off-world despite having it spied out, which is an interesting decision. Not that it even slightly matters. This one's all over, bar the shouting. Relic's going to take this game very soon indeed. As soon as this launch finishes, he'll have the red button, and that will be game #4 over to Relic, his 2nd win of this tournament. and he takes it quite comfortably in the end. It was the story really of a majority buy in the early game, despite not having any water, takes out the guy who does have water in this form of Mr. X, and then able to snowball that to a fairly comfortable win in the end.
Yep. Not much else. The Pressure Dome did pretty good work for him, I think. Let's see how much he earned through the Pressure Dome. 224. That's actually more than
It's a lot of
dividend.
money.
That's more than he earned from
Yep.
dividend. So don't underestimate the power of Pressure Domes. It's like in this game, right? We have two expensive, one scavenger.
He never had. Yeah, it was a really good Pleasure Dome map, and he never had virtual reality either. So if he'd had virtual reality, that would have been quite a bit more money.
Yeah, he was the lone
he got from that
Pressure Dome for like pretty much the whole game until the second auction, or Mr. X decided to put
power
one.
Was dead pretty much the whole game as well.
Yeah, so
no
Pressure
real
Dome,
cost to doing that.
They are really good.
So yeah, Relic and Blood not the most active on the black market. I think that was mainly because they were in the game the longest.
Yeah.
So no great surprises there. Again, optimizations, Relic, the only one really to put too many optimizations down, and they really did work for him. The life support when he didn't have really any water at all.
It works out. Not
it worked
usually,
out really well.
but
So
it works out
that's game
pretty
number
nice.
4. Let's head out. We're gonna have the final game very shortly indeed.
Well, I'm gonna take my leave here.
Yep, great.
Good.
Well, thank you very much for joining me, Hex. It's been really fun. It's been a real pleasure.
Thanks for having me for CoCast.
That's all right. And yeah, I'll catch you later.